All right, so here we are. So we got this parachute. It's for a parasail boat, okay? I actually got 2 of them. I sent one of them back to the shop to sell. We put it up for 500 bucks, which I think is a steal for it. We started out today, we were thinking we were gonna take this parasail and hook it to the back of my truck and run it down Lover's Key. And I'm starting to think that that's not a very good idea. What keeps going through my mind is we've never done this before, and there are power lines on the side. And the last thing I want to do is to get a parachute tied up in the power lines, and now I got to try to figure out how to get it off my truck. We're gonna unfold this thing. Come here, take a look at this. It did not come with instructions, so we're gonna figure this out. But this is it's basically a red, white, and blue flag. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it out and we're gonna run it off the back of my boat. That way, if we screw up, all that happens is that it gets wet. And no, we're not gonna put a human being in it yet. We've got these long ropes. This is the harness. So you put somebody in it. I'm not sure what this is. We're gonna learn as we grow. So I gotta unravel this, and we're basically gonna get it out there and go a couple miles per hour and let it get up into the air and figure out, I think it'll sort itself out. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, that might be a pelican or something. That's a whole lot of stuff. My first time operating a parachute. Go figure. What I want to know is, what is that? It's gigantic. What the frick is that? So, the curiosity, I'm the cat. I'm the curiosity, the cat with the curiosity. Well, something like that. But at any rate, I've been dying to see what that is. So we're gonna do our parachute thing, but the main thing we're doing here is we're figuring out what that is, and what that is. I think it's another dredging rig. So pretty much that's it. We're heading out there now. So look at the size of them monsters. These are sitting offshore, which we don't normally have ships like this around here. Every now and then you'll see one pass by, but you don't really see them out here. So out past that's Fort Myers Beach. Over here is all those buildings are up in Fort Myers itself, and these buildings over here are in Bonita. We're out here being nosy, trying to figure out what the heck they're doing with all these ships. And these are all dredging machines. So it looks like they're gonna be dredging in multiple places at the same time, and hey, really cool. It's interesting, what's going through my mind right now is the fact that somebody challenged their bid and said that these guys were too small, their equipment was too small to be doing this work that they're doing. And then here they are showing up to the show with the big boys. You know, that's a smaller rig. That's not small at all, that's big. And that's gigantic. That one's gigantic. That's it, so that tug's moving it around. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're getting into position. Maybe they're gonna start sucking it out. I know they've been putting pipes together in the middle of the island for several weeks, so maybe they're gonna go ahead and get started. we tried to get the water, get the parachute up, and it's kind of a choppy day out here. It got up for a split second and went right down into the water. So we just need to have 2 people on the boat. Need one to hold one side, one hold the other side to let it get wind, and then we let it loose. Unfortunately, we missed the fun part of us pulling it back in. It was full of water. Very difficult, very heavy. Phase 1, parachute test, failed. And we may have ripped it. So at least ripped it a little bit. It got caught on the thing. I had to shut the engines off so we didn't get it tangled up in the motors. So anyway, it's kind of fun, kind of interesting. Something, I mean, how many people get to go out and test their new parasail, even though it was a fail? We're gonna reorganize it, repack it. We need to get another victim to help. Alright, so that is the guys putting the bridge in, and they're making good progress. That is the noise that it makes when it's driving in those big steel pilings. And basically they're making like a guide hold for the concrete piling to go in. And they've got them in a gigantic jig to hold them in place. They're driving these things in. I saw the markings on the concrete. It was 130 feet tall. So anyway, we went out and tried to do our parachute. That didn't work. We need more hands to do that. We basically just sunk it, like to never get it back on the boat. So, and then we're running the drone and just bringing out some interesting stuff. Just a fun Sunday morning for my Steve Lockwood and Hudson, our camera guy. So it's Remove It Pros Demolition, and we'll see you on